What's going on, everybody? Another vlog. It's a quicker one in between. It's not 3 months, you know. Bunch of cool stuff coming up. Going to Dallas for the show soon, for the vintage guitar show. Going to see Simo here in a couple weeks. It's gonna be a good couple weeks. But so heading back to Jimmy's Vintage Music today. He's got a '63 Tremolux with the white knobs, and I've been debating on changing rigs for a while, and then I like wink at myself like, nah, I ain't gonna change rigs, you know. I'm really happy, and I am really content, to be honest with you. But looking around the landscape and stuff like that, you know, it's just everybody's playing blackface super reverbs, and you know, whether it's Marcus King, JD, Simo, Derek Trucks probably still plays them. You know, all the dudes in the album, Betts have some form of super reverb on stage. I mean, the list goes on. Philip Sace used to play one. You know, I'm sure he'll play them again in the future. But just in the effort of trying to be different with the band that I'm playing, Groove Raps. You know, just thinking of trying to get a different tone and a different sound. So I've never played a brown face amp. I'm not huge on not having reverb on an amp, but I do have a really great reverb pedal by Source Audio. It's like the True Spring reverb pedal they offer, and it does sound totally legit. So it'll hold me over till I can get a tank, you know, maybe a little bit next year, and I'll definitely get a blonde tank if I end up liking this. So I'm going to trade my '66 Super Reverb in today and see what kind of deal I can work. It's all original. It's got a road case too, so I'm hoping I can work a good deal, because basically with that amp, I love it, but if I don't get rid of it, I'm going to play it forever. And I think that creatively, it's time for me to have a different sound and be able to maybe build a more tone that is more my own and not derivative of things that I listen to all the time. So, and of course, if it's 35 watts, if I really want to, I can pair it with my deluxe reverb or something, and you know, it opens me up to, I think, a world that I've been trying to get to for a while with amps and wanting to kind of combine amps. So with a reverb pedal, it should sound great. I highly doubt it's going to be bad. If it is, I'll figure it out. I'll get a tank, but I don't think I use it through my Vibrachamp all the time, and I have zero issues with it. So maybe when I sell this, I got a Strat for sale. You can go to my Reverb, search Dr. Doc's Guitars, and you can check that out. It's American Vintage Strat. I'm just not playing it. I'm not a Strat guy. Side note, that was how cool. I'm talking like Yoda. Yeah, let's see what Jimmy's got. Let's see what kind of deal we can work.
That's what they do. Because that's exactly. Everybody tells me the exact same things for it, but then they go, oh yeah, this is good. And they, yeah. Well, there's.
She's been tattooing for like 5 years. Like me, yeah. Best tattoo I've ever gotten. It's awesome.
Repair Tack from Don Banks Music in Tampa from 1987. It's Philip Ripper. It says clean tube sockets and tube pins. Astor correcting volume. Problem had over. $43.50. Today that would be like $5,000.
Chill it. I put ow. Game on.
Bro, that's pretty sick in there. Bro.
Alright, so sitting in the garage again now, sweating. It's kind of a multi-day vlog here. I ended up getting the '63 Tremolux. It's in pretty good shape. I didn't start the process in the beginning. I just kind of got home, got excited, and started working on it. But I did clean up the Tremolux quite a bit. Like you can sort of see, you can see on here, there's a little bit of discoloration. Actually, it's not that bad right here. But on the cabinet, I cleaned these up a little bit. As you can see, sorry, I'm not a professional camera worker here. They're pretty clean, comparatively speaking, to that one, which is how this one, wherever it is, right here, looked. And so I've done a couple of those now. I'm working on another one right here. It's pretty much, doesn't need too much. But overall, awesome amp. I changed the tubes in it. It doesn't need to be biased. It's a fixed bias amp. Might have to eventually put a bias pot if I find that the bias is too hot. I don't know why I'm doing that angle there. If I find that the bias is too hot for the solid state rec, that I'll probably put in eventually. But I'm just gonna try the amp as is, and then I'll go from there. But in this video, we'll keep breaking this down, and I'll go through this whole thing here. All right, so now that I got the corners pretty cleaned up, side stuff like that, I can sit here and scrub it all day, but it's a 57-year-old amp. Who cares? So let's do the big reveal. What speakers are inside here? What? Insulation! Great Scott! I don't know. I'm kind of funny, a little bit. So yeah, let's dig through this and see what is it? Foam or it's kind of insulation looking thing. It looks like they're new Jensen mods. I knew it didn't have original speakers. That's okay. No big deal. They're ceramics. It's alright. I've got a lot of 10s laying around, old and new, so worst case I will just load it in if I don't like the sound. But I'm gonna play it as is for now. Maybe when I go to Fort Worth here in a month for the guitar show, maybe then I'll figure out what speakers are supposed to be in here. I don't really know a ton about the brown face amps, so it's a new world. As we refill the insulation up in here. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just rambling. Thank you guys for watching this. But let's see how this thing sounds now. So part 3 of this, it's all in one video, but part 3, we're gonna be replacing this 2-prong cord. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Never done this before, so let's see what happens here. Stupid.